You're welcome back to the marketplace. Now, let's start it all. And the agricultural sector is yet to respond to recent policy measures introduced by government. Latest economic data from the Statistical Service shows that agri contribution to the economy is still lowest compared to the other sectors. What is causing this, and should we be worried by this development? Answers in the following report.
Data from the Statistical Service show that Agric's contribution to the economy from over the last 2 years has gone down to about just less than 1% for the first quarter of this year. It was believed that some policy measures like the planting for food and jobs would have helped turn around the sector's fortunes. Some analysts are worried about this development because it is a sector that can really bring about much-needed employment anytime the economy expands. But head of the Ghana Statistical Service, Banwadia, tells Joy Business it might be too early and explains why the sector is not responding.
Decline in agricultural production. So I believe that subsequently in the course of the year, the figures could pick up. That is, we would measure and find out whether the activities like planting for food, is it food and jobs? See, for this quarter, it's more for agriculture. It's more of the clearing and the planting. So you won't see much production. So that we have to wait in the course of the year when harvest is due. We can measure better.
Meanwhile, the recent challenges that hit the banking sector has affected its contribution to the economic growth. Provisional data from the Statistical Service also showed that the finance and insurance sector declined by 8%, one of its worst performances in recent times.
For this quarter, the quarter figures that we have just released, services had a share of GDP of about 60.6%. We had industry a share of about 25 plus and agriculture 11 plus, almost 12. These are the shares that we have now. The share of services is still huge. The share of the GDP is still substantial. More than half of the GDP is accounted for by services. And the rest is industry comes second, and then agriculture comes third.
Do you think that we've gotten to the stage where we can call ourselves as a service-led economy? I mean,
currently that is what is leading the economy. That is what is.
So that is what we can call ourselves.
Yes, but we have the contribution of industry, particularly oil.
The provisional GDP data has indeed confirmed that the economy is dominated by lots of activities in the service sector. Better still, call Ghana a service-led economy.
Now, government is working to raise more than $700 million to help improve drainage systems in the capital. The funds are expected to help with the financing of the master plan for drains in Accra, which have already been mapped out and set to take off soon. The Ministry of Works and Housing, together with other two ministries, is currently in Brazil to work out a loan agreement. Deputy Minister of Works and Housing, Frida Prempe, disclosed this to Odilia in Tiamwa.
Find a lasting solution. The World Bank is helping these ministries to come out with a master plan for Greater Accra and hopefully for the other regions of this country. The Odo River, I understand there's something that we call silt traps. During the time that it was built, or it was done, if they had incorporated the silt traps, we wouldn't have experienced the kind of flooding that we experienced on June 3rd. It means that you have to create some openings along the drains.
And in a related development, the ministry says it is engaging the Social Security and National Insurance Trust, SNIT, on reviewing the cost of the affordable housing units. Let's hear again from the Deputy Minister of Works and Housing, Frida Prempe.
I came out strongly that I think that the price is still on the high side. The last time I visited the Botemai project site, a few people had come in. I think the Ghana Armed Forces has also purchased some units for the staff, and we are hoping that other security service organized groups will also come in and purchase some of the units for their staff. We can do that through some of the mortgage banks. So it's not like you have to walk in with a whooping sum of 150,000 Ghana cedis to go and pay to buy a 2-bedroom apartment.
Now, young entrepreneurs participating in the Cosmos Innovation Center Agritech Challenge are presenting business concepts to a team of judges today. The challenge seeks innovative technology-based solutions in the agricultural value chain. This is the second competitive pitching event, and we want to take you over to the ISEC Conference Center at the University of Ghana, Legon, where the competition is taking place. My colleague Adelaide Arthur is standing by to give us some updates. Now, Adelaide, tell us about the business concepts these young entrepreneurs have been presenting so far.
Teams have been preparing for today. They've been researching, they've been doing a lot of stuff, firming up on their business ideas.
Just to impress the ideation team made up of experts in the agribusiness sector and academia. And I have with me Mr. George Sapon, who is the director of the Cosmos Innovation Center and also the director of the Public Affairs Unit at Cosmos Energy. So, sir, the young entrepreneurs have been practicing very hard, trying to impress the ideation team. Do you think that all of the things they've learned over the past few months have actually reflected in the presentations you've seen here today?
Oh, yes. You can see it through and through that it is being reflected. And I think they have done a great job of incorporating all the feedback they've gotten from the first pitch and adding it to their presentation. So we've seen some real improvement. Certainly still a competition. You have 14 teams pitching. Not all of them are going to make it to the next level, but we certainly have seen improvement. And additionally, I want to say when you compare it versus the previous years, as I said previously, this is the third cycle of the program, so that's the third year. So when you compare it to year 2017 and 2016, you can see a significant improvement.
And also we know that there are 6 businesses out there that got seed funding from the Cosmos Innovation Center. And I know that you've been trying to partner other organizations. Do you have any commitment from such organizations who are interested in investing in these young entrepreneurs?
Sure. I won't call it a commitment yet, but certainly there is the interest there. And I visited with several organizations and corporations in Ghana, and we've seen some of them visit here because of the interest that have shown. In fact, I think I can call about 8 or 9 companies that are present over here, the likes of Yara, the likes of Fuma Energy, and several of them that are here. Their CEOs actually are here. So it tells you that there is a great interest, and we want to expand that interest.
Many thanks for your time.
Thank you, too.
Yeah, and that is Mr. George Sapon, who is the director of the Cosmos Innovation Center. And I have with me some of the young entrepreneurs who have been pitching their ideas to an ideation team. So I have with me, you are?
Job 3.
Okay, so how was the pitch? Would you say you were able to impress the judges?
It was absolutely good for us on our part because it's a job 3, it's a farm-based, agricultural-based recruitment agency that we want to bring out, where we'll be able to provide a platform for commercial farmers, agro-processors to assess labor, being it skilled labor, unskilled labor, or casual labor. At any point in time, when you contact the job tree, you must be able to find a labor available for them to work on your farm for you.
And are you confident that you proceed to the next round of the competition?
Yes, very much confident. Per what we did today, we were able to provide valid answers to our point because we found out that the agri sector, the age bracket is huge, and we need to bring in fresh blood to keep agriculture moving. So we are very much confident that we can go to the next level and even get the money that we are eyeing on.
Thank you and good luck. Yes, and then the next team I'm going to be speaking to is Tech Shelter. Yes, and I have the lovely Gifty here with me, and you are Bob. So tell me, how was the pitch?
It was amazing. It was really amazing. I think the judges were happy with what we did and how we pitched. It was great. Yes, feedback was very fantastic.
And would you say that all the things that you've been learning over the past few months actually reflected in the pitch you presented today?
It really did. It really did, and it was just fantastic, as I said.
Okay. And tell me, what kind of solution are you offering?
Okay, so we have a management solution for a particular group of farmers called greenhouse farmers, trying to maximize the efficiency of their greenhouse space.
Okay. Yeah, many thanks for your time. And that was Tech Shelter, and they say that they are providing some kind of solution for a particular group of people in the agriculture sector. And so already we have 10 groups presenting their ideas to the ideation team, as I said earlier, made up of experts in the agribusiness sector and academia. And later on this afternoon, we are going to have 4 of the remaining teams presenting their ideas. And then basically what the judges are looking for is clarity in presentation, clarity on the problem, clarity on the solution, and the kind of innovation or technology these teams are offering. And then also at the end, they are going to put all the scoring together, the marks that they scored together. And if those who are able to impress the ideation team and the KIC technical team will obviously proceed to the 3rd round of the competition, which is actually the final stage. And those who were not able to impress the judges will be eliminated. So from the ESA Conference Center here at the University of Ghana, my name is Adelaide Arthur.
Many thanks for that update, Adelaide. And moving on, Ghana's dream of becoming a net exporter of coffee beans may seem remote, but entrepreneur Ivy Were is taking gradual steps towards creating a market for a market here in Ghana. She started with the Cafe Magnifico, her own brand of organic coffee, and the Joy Business Van headed to her production center at Hachu in Accra. A repeat of the Joy Business Van.
It's been a year since Ivy Were started coffee production. The young entrepreneur ventured into this after her clothing export business to Turkey failed.
I'm somebody who speaks a lot about my problems, issues. Like if I have a problem, if I have a question, if I meet anybody for the first conversation, first 5 minutes, 10 minutes, I ask, do you know this? Because I like to learn every day. So I kept asking a few people, and then someone told me, yes, Ghana has coffee. Why don't you trade in that with the people? Because they drink coffee there. That's their main culture. Every 5 minutes, every 10 minutes, after every meeting, after every food, they are either drinking their tea or coffee.
The eager Ivy latched onto the idea and began her research into Ghana's coffee industry. Ghana produces the less popular type of coffee known as Robusta. However, production has been on the decline because not much attention is paid to the sector. Ivy started by exporting the raw beans, but later realized she could add value. So we're ready for production, Ivy. Tell me what we are going to do.
Okay, we just weighed 2 kilograms of coffee green beans, and then we put it in the machine. The machine is hot now, so the temperature is right for us to begin the roast process. And we're about to roast light roast. That's our first roast. So. And then the other one is? Medium. How does it taste? Different? Yeah, it tastes different because the light roast doesn't have a lot of bitterness. But the medium has a little, and then the dark has more. All right, let's get to work then. Okay then. So here we go.
With the processing equipment in hand and thanks to Google, Ivy was in business. The coffee beans go through roasting, then grinding, and then capping to ensure the taste is on point. I get to do the light roast coffee capping with Ivy.
So a newbie in coffee would actually enjoy this, I think. You are a newbie, so let's see about you.
Okay, but this is actually very hot, is it?
I know, but that's how coffee goes.
Okay, she's making me laugh. Okay. So this is actually sweet. I mean, I can take it without sugar.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's more of tea.
All right.
So those tea drinkers would easily have this light roast.
We are okay with the taste. Next, we package. Production seems kind of fun, but I guess it can be challenging at times, right?
Yeah, it's actually challenging.
What are some of the challenges you face?
The machines actually need like very steady power, and sometimes when there's lights off, I can't do anything about it. I have to like stop production, and also when the power is not stable, I have a problem with my roaster because the roaster actually consumes a lot of energy, and also because of the temperature rising and falling, it can trigger the machine to go off, and then you don't get the beans out.
But it's been largely positive for Ivy. She currently stocks some supermarkets with her products, takes orders both home and abroad. Though Ghana is not a typical coffee drinking country, she's optimistic the market would grow.
I know it's difficult actually to invest in something that you're not too sure about, but I took a gamble, and I'm glad I did, because I'm helping a lot, from down to the farmers, down to my purchasing guy from the village, down to educating people every day on the right way to drink coffee that's freshly brewed. If you don't even purchase from me, but drink coffee the right way, that is just get a plunger and get a brewer, and then get fresh grounded coffee and then brew it to drink. But I know that typically we don't like to actually take risks. Typically we don't like to actually invest in something that is already dying. But I think with a little bit of work, we'll get it started.
Ivy's goal is to make Café Magnifico one of the top international coffee brands. Well, usually guys will do this over a bottle of beer, but we'll do it over a cup of coffee. Brazil or Costa Rica?
Costa Rica, because they are in white, and everybody else is supporting Brazil. So me, I'm always on the positive.
All right, let's see who wins then. And no, Brazil won that game.
So you make a date again for another edition of the Joy Business Van next Wednesday on Business Live, with a repeat on Thursday on the Marketplace. Away from that, winners of the MTN App Challenge Competition version 5 have received various awards at the ceremony in Accra. The competition was for people to develop apps that will bring convenience and improve lives significantly. Razak Isaka emerged overall winner with his Man Must Chop app. There's more in this report.
This year's edition of the MTN App Challenge version 5.0 saw participants from all walks of life. The App Challenge seeks to promote creativity while empowering entrepreneurship. Various awards were given to persons who developed applications in games and entertainment, business, education, lifestyle animations, among others. This year, there was an award for the Best Female Developer Award category. Chief Marketing Officer of MTN Ghana, Noah Kojo Ganson, says MTN's aim is to empower women through this application.
I'm happy to say that as a business, we pride ourselves in giving full and equal access to women in the area of science, technology, and mathematics. Indeed, technology and innovation have been recognized as imperatives for achieving gender equality and empowerment for girls. In view of this, MTN is championing a project for women in technology where girls receive mentorship for women in ICT. Project, we have included the Best Female Developer Award category this year, a category that has seen the submission of some contributing projects. We believe the sustenance of this category will lead to the contribution of resources to the filling of a wider human resource gap in STEM, a gap that indicates the need for extensive development of our human resources.
Senior Manager in charge of Product and Services, Bless Sapanu Agojo, commented on how the challenge will impact entrepreneurship skills of the youth.
One of our key strategic pillars is to empower the younger generation. So we thought it wise to introduce the female category that will empower them to be able to compete on any scale with their male counterparts.
In the senior high school category, Legon Presec Boys was the best. For the lifestyle category, Sario app emerged winner, while Man Must Chop app won the animation category and eventually became the overall winner. The new entry, Best Female App, was won by Kaya app, and some of the participants shared the experience.
From the start till today, it has really been impactful and educative because it challenged us to start learning how to code ourselves, to know that we are actually doing the right thing. When we came, the judges gave us advices that we were supposed to go back and work on it, and then we came back and then we won.
One of the biggest problems we have as creative people is we have ideas, but we don't have resources. And so this is one big push for me, to be able to get better facilities to work, to be able to, you know, my ideas that I have that now I can't work on because I don't have facilities that can, you know, help me make them. I have them now. Like, this can push me towards them.
The winners each received 20,000 CDs to help improve their work.
Let's now cross over now for a regional report. And the Commonwealth Association of Technical Universities and Polytechnics in Africa is making efforts to break institutional barriers to female technical and vocational education. Vice Chancellor of the Koforidua Technical University, Professor Smile GC, advocates overhaul of male-oriented teaching materials and inflexible entry requirements for higher education. Professor GC, who is Western Regional Gender Representative, spoke at a ceremony to inaugurate a branch of Women in Technology Education Development at the Kumasi Technical University.
Professor GC says inadequate resources, lack of confidence and self-esteem are major barriers to female participation. She believes coordinated national effort to use TVET as vehicle for productivity is crucial.
The challenge has been gender disparity. We focus on female involvement both as trainers and trainees. Trainers as faculty, as leaders, and trainees as students. You know the statistics at the engineering department, your computer science and other places, architecture, the pharmacies and other places. You know the disparity, great one. So technical education, males dominate. In vocational education, females outnumber their male counterparts. Therefore, the need to ensure gender equality and equity in this sector. In Ghana, TVET systems are often gender biased.
The theme was promoting gender equity in science, engineering and technology for national development. President of Women in Technology Education Development, Kumasi Technical University Chapter, Dr. Patricia Owusu-Darko, is confident the local chapter will create conducive environment for harnessing potentials of females in TVET.
We envisage that the gender tax on careers would be removed so that the girl child could choose any program or career without being bullied or called names. On the flip side, we would like to see our male students confident enough to embrace typically female task careers like catering, fashion, and secretariat.
Acting Vice Chancellor of Kumasi Technical University, Professor Siama Yeboah, advocated gender equity and accessibility to technical and vocational education as well as training.
The need for a paradigm shift is imperative to motivate our young female students to confidently choose science, engineering, and technical programs, whilst encouraging the male students to study courses that are otherwise perceived as female if they so desire.
Reporting for Kwesi Deborah.
And that will be it for the marketplace today. It's been great having you around us, and of course we hope you did enjoy the package. Join us again tomorrow for more interesting developments in the world of business. My name is Emmanuel Abuaji Yafi. Have a good afternoon.